Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious, bringing you another video review. This time, the new Transformers Generations 30th Anniversary Tankor. Yeah, I picked up Tankor. Was looking for Rat Trap, didn't find Rat Trap, so ended up with Tankor. I was gonna get him anyway, so there you go. I hope this means that I'll see Rat Trap sometime in the very near future. Tankor's out. You see on the bottom here you have Rat Trap and Crosscut. I'm not getting Crosscut. Really, I don't have any attachment to that particular character. It's basically just a repaint of Skids, and Skids mold had its problems. I don't know if I want to get another one of those. See his comic? He's actually in the comic. We'll get to that in a second. On the back here, if you want to read his bio, you can at your own time. And you see here he's got a fire missile. Fire missile. Probably should have said firing. His very squat robot mode. Now if you see on the package here, his legs have the blue parts in the front. The instructions actually have it the other way around. I've seen it done both ways. I'll show it off both ways, and then you can just decide how you want to display it. I will say with the gray in the front, it gives him a little tiny bit more stability. It's alright. He's not a very large figure to begin with. And this tank mode, which is basically, I'm laying down and I'm going to stand up and be a robot, almost. His tech specs. Take the comic out real quick. I could show you that he is actually in the comic. See, look, there he is, arguing with Starscream. So, there you go. There he is there. You know, there. He's actually in the comic. Not too shabby. Most of the time these guys aren't even in these. Enough of that. Alright. Stay. Comic doesn't want to stay. There we go. We'll bring in little Tankor. And here he is in all his tankified glory. We are going to zoom in because he is a little guy. And he's not bad looking. My one complaint is this bluish, greenish, gray plastic. It's supposed to be gray. Why they went with this bluish, greenish, gray stuff, I don't know. It is what it is. So, yeah. It's got wheels, it rolls. Barely. But it rolls. This can pivot up and down, and that's about it. I wish they had put this joint here had been a ball joint. It would have made this so much more useful for posing. And of course, yeah, visible head syndrome, but that's actually part of the character design, so they can get away with it for this. Yeah. Really not much else to say about this. You fire the missile, it's a friction fire. Pull back, doesn't go very far. Pull it forward, put the missile back in, and there you go. I'm actually going to show the transformation because this is just stupidly simple. Unpeg these, pull that back, unpeg this. I'm going to put that like that. His legs, yeah, flip this up. Flip up the feet. Like I said, the instructions show him to be like this, even though the box art and other stuff show him like that. Flip out his arms. Flip him down. This whole assembly just comes up. It's got a couple peg points. Just gotta make sure you get all the peg points lined up. And then you can put this like that. We'll come up a little bit. And there he is. Really, it's that simple. He is a very, very tiny, simple Transformer. So, you can flare these out if you want to. And he has some nice details on him, I'll give him that. And he's got, like, missiles in his chest. He's got some nice silver paint here. His face, Now, the silver around his mouth, it was very sloppily put on there. I've actually went through and I cleaned that up to make it look nice. He doesn't have any real light piping. There's a little tiny bit because this is light piping material, but it's like frosted, so you don't get that much from it. I'm probably going to go back and redo all this blue-gray stuff in actual gray and do his head in silver, because his head's on a ball joint even though it only swivels back and forth. There is a ball cup there, and it's real easy to pop out. I did it the other day. Articulation-wise, you know, you can move his arms out like that. He's got the swivel in his bicep. He has a double elbow, which is really nice. He has a swivel below the elbow, which is good for this, because you can get these claws into different poses, and the claws are geared together, so they open up and close. And you have the saw blades here on the arm. It's not too bad. Nothing at the waist. Hips go out, go forward. They're like on a pin and socket type deal. They rotate here. They can do a 360. His knees, if you move this out, he gets a better knee joint. Or if you have him the other way around, you still get a decent knee joint. It's up to you. Like I said, this is how the box art shows him. Like that. And then the instructions have him like that. So, and I will say like this, you get a little more stability because he's got the wheels at the back of his heels instead of in the front, so he kind of leans on them. But yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not the best figure in the world, not the worst. He can come up and, you know, grab his cannon if he needs to. Like he's going to fire it or something. So that's kind of cool. You know. Now, as for the character of Tankor, if many of you followed Beast Wars and Beast Machines, you know that at the end of Beast Wars they captured Megatron and started going through the time vortex back to Cybertron. Megatron escaped in the vortex, and when the Maximals get to Cybertron, there's no life there, and they're being hunted down by these Viacon drones. There's tank drones, motorcycle drones, and jet drones. As the Maximals started to get better at fighting back, Megatron realized he needed generals to lead his drones. So he had extracted all the sparks of all the Cybertronians and had them in a big chamber. He took 3 of those sparks and put them in his generals. This spark that he put into Tankor happened to be that of Rhinox. When Rhinox's spark was reawakened, all hell broke loose. So yeah. This guy here is this guy here. They are the same person, same being. His spark in that body. And he went evil. He started to see that Megatron was right. Just to show you how small he is, here's Waspinator. Waspinator is bigger than him. He's bulky. He's very bulky and very wide, but he's very short. Somehow Waspinator ended up in one of the Viacons as well. Viacon generals. The problem with that is Waspinator never left Earth. Waspinator, at the end of Beast Wars, was ruling the proto-humans. Look it up, people. That is a big continuity error. Alright. I mildly recommend this guy. I mean, if you're going for the Generations line, you want the Wave, get him. He's not a bad little figure. There's not much to him. He's very simple. Very very squat. He has a decent amount of articulation. The claws are kind of cool, and the fact that, you know, he's got what's basically a wrist rotation for the claws just adds to it. He needs a paint job to get rid of this bluish grayish color. As soon as I saw him in package, I was like, ugh, because on the artwork it was more gray, and it looked better as gray. So, there is that. But still, it's not a bad little update to the Tankor character, and pretty close to the CGI model for the tank drones. I did look them up. I'm going to try, maybe put a picture up here somewhere. We'll see. If not, then this will be the end of the video. So there you go. You guys all be good, or I'm going to send Stumpy here after you. Later.